TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
A lot of credit goes to them. They came out and they just played with force. After the game that they had against Cleveland, we knew that it was a strong possibility they were going to come in and just play at a high level, which they did. And we helped them by just not consistently executing. I thought our guys went out and tried, but we just got this is one of those situations where you come off the road after an emotional win, and we just got to take more pride of protecting our home court.
You get another bite at the apple Friday, heading to Dallas. How do you want to see this team respond?
Well, a lot better than we did tonight. And I spoke to the guys in the locker room about it. That's the beauty of being in the NBA. It's a quick turnaround. We get to go to Dallas and play these guys again. Look, we don't like what happened tonight on our home floor, and we got to do something about it.
When a team shoots 68%, do you watch the tape and see what happens? Or you just chalk it up to, hey, it was one of those nights?
Nah, I definitely watch the tape and see areas that what did we do that worked, which I'm not sure what that was tonight. And then what did they do, and what can we take away from those guys? What can we be better at? But like I said, we hats off to them. They came in and they did what they needed to do. We'll be better next game.
Your offense is best predicated on misses and getting out and running the break. The problem tonight was there just weren't a whole lot of misses for you to really get out and run. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, similar to Utah. You know, they made a ton of shots, points in the paint, and I thought Doncic did a good job of just coming out and being aggressive early. So, without going too far into details on all of that, we just got to be better. And we'll go back, look at the tape, have practice tomorrow, get on a plane, and get ready to play them again.
What did you see from Luka in terms of just him in the pick and roll tonight?
We let him get into our paint. And once he got going offensively with his scoring, then we tried to mix it up. And now he's getting other guys involved. Once he gets to the paint, he's kicking out for threes. But we just got to bring more toughness when we're playing against him. All right. Thanks.
That's Coach Willie. For all things, he had shit to say tonight. He wanted to get up out of there. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the flock coming at you. Much love to you guys. Appreciate you being on the live stream. As Coach Willie got the hell out of Dodge lickety split on that one. But you guess what? We in the building. So much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to hit upon the like button if you hadn't hit the like button already. Please feel free to hit that thing, smash upon that thing. I'm Big Q chiming in this edition of Pelican Post Game Report. I got my co-host DC in the building. Much love to the fam. Much love to the flock. We salute you. And this one's called Pelican Post Game Report. Pels hammered by the Mavericks 139 to 107. DC, welcome to the stream. And goddamn, man, the Pelicans. You just gotten pushed up out of that thing at home, man, in the Dallas Mavericks. My goodness, man.
Yeah, bro.
That field goal percentage was ridiculous. The Pelicans didn't have a chance, man.
Them people was 2% away from making history on us, Q.
Yeah,
about to make history on us, bro. The highest field goal percentage in a game.
I know.
In NBA history. It was about to break a record that the Spurs broke on their ass in 1983. But man, these words I'm so sick of hearing, Q. We got to give them credit. I know Willie got to say that, like, give Dallas their credit and all of that, man. But I'm so sick of hearing that shit, Q. I'm feeling like a goddamn credit repair specialist, bro. All this credit we got to give people. I'm so sick of it, bro. Like, it's one thing to lose, but to have to lose like this, yeah, I mean, it's just embarrassing, bro. Then you're at home, but at least we get to play them again. But they said, DC, you tricked us. I thought they had it, family. I did, man. I was very enthused by the Clippers game, But I figured we would split with Dallas. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. And that's right, family. We did. Josh Hart not being that shit was a huge difference. I mean, the Mavs did turn up, Cleveland put it on them, so they had something to prove too. But god damn, Q, them people shot damn near 70% the whole game, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's get into the numbers, DC, because you're absolutely right, man. It was a ridiculous amount. And they shot 53% from downtown while shooting almost 69%.
Man, they spotted us like 8 free throws, and that shit didn't even matter.
No, it don't matter. Not when they shooting at that high of a clip, and they like
Shit.
that, man. Yeah, they did spot you, but they converted on so many field goals is ridiculous. The game it was just falling for them, man. It was just falling for them tonight.
Yeah.
139-107. The Pelicans, man, get toasted. They dropped the 6-18 on the season, 3-8 at home, and the Mavericks gave them a tough outing. Almost 69% from the field on 57 of 83% shooting for the Mavericks. Pelicans were a respectable 45%, 40 of 89. And the Mavericks were even hotter from downtown, in terms of what the Pelicans were doing. 18 of 34 for 53% shooting from downtown. Pelicans were 13 of 37 for 35%. 7 of 9 from the charity stripe for them versus 14 of 16 by the Pelicans. Wasn't even close. 87.5% for the Pelicans from the charity stripe. Rebounds was run barely by the Mavs, 34 to 32 in the matchup, and the Pelicans did have 16 offensive rebounds in the matchup. 32 assists by the Mavericks versus 22 as the Pelicans dropped down to 20 ratio. Prior to that, they were up 30-something assists. Seems to be a key indicator of them moving the ball, which leads to success. Tonight, we were at 22. 10 steals for the Pelicans versus 7 by the Mavs, 2-1 on the blocks. Advantage Mavs, 18 turnovers by the Mavs, 28 points off, 16 turnovers by the Pelicans, 21 points off, 17-5 fast break battle won by the Mavs, and 60-38 points in the paint dominated. Big domination right there by the Mavericks in this one. They led by as much as 38. Pelicans only had it by 1, and they ran away with it. And of course, you heard Willie. That was the fastest Willie Green interview I've seen in a very long time. He got the hell out of Dodge lickety split after that one. And his focus is just to pay the Dallas Mavericks back when they go to Dallas on Friday. So that's what it comes down to.
Actions speak louder than words, Q. He showed you what their mentality is. He got his ass off that podium and got the hell out of there. That's how they feel about this game. They can't wait to get to Friday. You know what I mean? Friday can't come soon enough. So, they're going to get their rest, and hopefully we have a better showing. Hopefully we have a healthy Josh Hart out there. But, man, the stat of the night, Q, 68.7%. When have y'all ever seen that number? Good Lord.
Might not ever see it again for a while.
68.7% on the night, team shot. So out of 83 shots, they made damn near 60 of them. That's wild, man. That is wild. You know what I mean? When it happened with Utah, they got it going. It's good offense and blah, 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 all this shit, and we want to believe. We got some stuff we got to figure out on defense, bro. Because it's one thing for a team every blue moon for this to happen, but this didn't happen to you twice now in what, last week and a half? Has it even been a week and a half yet? So something going on, man. Jonas Valanciunas looked lost out there tonight. I don't know if it's too much energy and emotion with the Clippers game, defense and offense. The brother just had a bad game, you know what I mean? But 68.7%, bro. Do we even need to go over any other stats after stating that one? That's crazy, man. I still can't believe it saying it, but whatever the points in the paint was, I know they murdered us there too. I don't see it up no more. So that's the only two stats to me, bro. I mean, that pretty much quantified the
60 to
whole game.
38.
60 to 38. See, I know we got killed in the paint. So you look at them two stats, that tell you everything. Everything. All the rest of them, you can ball them up and throw them away, bro. Lost the rebound battle. You know, we usually lose the game when that happens more than we win it when we, lose that battle. So, but 68 points in the paint, 68.7% field goal shooting, and 60 to 38 points in the paint. We ain't had a snowball chance in hell, bro. Luka came out there and he set the tone, man. Luka set the tone, bro, and he tried to get his season average in the first quarter. And it was just downhill from there, bro. We was just trying to hold on, like Kevin was saying he trying to do for the Pelicans, hoping we don't lose the franchise. I don't think none of that's gonna happen, brother. I hear y'all talking, but man, what a horrible game, Q.
I know.
Ain't really a lot of positives in this one, so
Yeah.
I can't be Dr. Optimus, fam. We call me Dr. Optimism, Trey. Nah, I can't do it, bro.
In this one, Ingram was the top man, 29 points in 31 minutes. He was 11 of 17 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown, 4 of 4 from the charity stripe, 29 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds for him. Other top scorer in the matchup, 13 from Graham in 30 minutes, 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 7 from downtown. He finished with 13.6 assists and a couple of steals. And of course, you're looking for Big V to do something. Big V struggled mightily in this one. 25 minutes, he was 1 of 8 from the field, 0 for 4 from downtown. He had 6 points and 5 rebounds in the matchup. It's probably one of his poorest performances since the very first game that he played when he was missing all those shots. But 25 minutes for Big V in this one. Even if he gave his production, it would have been close. But the way it's hard to overcome when you're shooting 68% from the field. And of course, Herb Jones, Luka Doncic is a special player. Herb really didn't have much impact
chicken
on him.
tonight.
Yeah, he really didn't have much impact on Luka Doncic.
I think he did a little in the second half. He actually did, Q. But maybe Luka just cooled off. Who knows? But
Luka started getting people involved. He jerky, really intelligent, sees the floor really well.
yeah.
Got other guys going, and once he started getting those other guys going, it was going to be a tough day for the Pels. Herb finished with 3 points in 26 minutes, 4 rebounds, a block, a steal, and assist for him, 7 from Garrett Temple in a time that he was out there. And of course, you look at the bench guys, 12 points from NAW in 28 minutes, 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 8 from downtown, struggled there. Finished with 12 points, 4 assists, and a couple of rebounds, 11 from KLJ, who had a really good game, 15 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. He finished with 11 points, 3 rebounds for KLJ in the matchup. And of course, everybody else is kind of sparse. You've seen 7 for Jose Alvarado in the matchup, 5 from Trey Murphy in 18 minutes, 4 from Billy Hernan Gomez with 5 rebounds in 13 minutes of action. Najee Marshall got some time too, had 2 points in 7 minutes. But in the end, yes, they definitely missed Josh Hart, who was DNP with the left knee soreness. And then of course you look at the top scorer for them was Luka Doncic, who had a double-double, 28 points in 27 minutes, 11 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown, perfect from the charity stripe, 28 points, 14 assists. Even though he turned the ball over 8 times, he still had
Herb did make a
29.
difference.
20 points from Porzingis, who got going in the matchup with 10 rebounds and 28 minutes of action. And, of course, guys off the bench that came in and performed. Tim Hardaway had a pretty good affair against the Pelicans shooting. He had 16 points in 25 minutes of action. And then 17 from Brunson, who I talked about last time, liking Jalen Brunson a lot. The kid could play 17 points in 24 minutes, 7 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown. He was getting it how he wanted to get it against the Pelicans tonight. 139, 107.
He give us problems every time, bro. Brunson and Luka, man. They're gonna be a problem for some years to come, man. And I mean, we shouldn't be too surprised. Like, Dallas is always a tough matchup for us. Like, it's, every time we play Dallas, it's always been problems. Like, it's never been an easy game or the Pelicans just go in there and do their thing. But I definitely thought we could get this one. How they played against the Clippers, but no go, man. Dallas with Minnesota, Sacramento. It's another team, Q. That just is just like it's always tough every time we play them. The Utah and am I missing
quite a
one?
few of them. Portland. I mean, it's
Yeah,
Phoenix plays and stuff. It's
I
quite
feel
a
like
few.
Portland is just more Dame because we I'm even going back to like before Zion. When you think about it, these teams I'm naming, but Dame torches us, so I give him that. But yeah, moving on from that. But far as the stats, bro, only stat I think is deserving to even be mentioned would be Bi because that was the lone bright spot, and I guess you could kind of say Kyra a little bit, but Bi was the lone bright spot, man. I mean, the man dropped 29 points. He was pretty efficient. He wasn't jacking up shots. He was picking his spots. The whole team was basically looking at him and rotating to him, and he found ways to score, man. I think he finally is starting to find his stride, and encouraged by what I saw
What's up, brother?
with Bi doing. But I mean, the way Dallas played and the rest of our team played, it was nothing. Yeah, Devontae Graham had his little stretch where he got hot for a little while. We got it down to 10, and you saw Luka walk up on the side and take them damn warm-ups up, and that shit was over after that. You know what I mean? But if Bi can continue to play like that, I mean, Jonas Valanciunas is not gonna score 6 points on most nights. You know what I mean? Just not gonna happen. Teams aren't gonna shoot 68% on most nights. So we got to move on. The only thing that I think can heal these wounds is if we go on Friday and we go embarrass them on their floor. So hoping to see that. I'm not sure if we're gonna do it. It'd be good just to get a win on Dallas, but after they did what they did tonight, man, we gotta hope to embarrass their ass because they sure did that to us on our home floor, damn near breaking the record on us.
Yeah, that says a lot, DC, because that's the next matchup we have is against the Dallas Mavericks. 11-9, getting right. They needed to get off that little issues there they had, and they used the Pelicans as medicine tonight. They improved to 11-9. They're 6-3 at home as we now travel to Dallas for Friday to take on them at 7:30 Central Time. And of course, we'll have the same cast of characters. Hopefully, Josh Hart will be back. Bi Valanciunas. I'm pretty sure Big V will turn in a better performance than what he did tonight. And of course, you'll see Josh Hart back in the rotation, which should help the Pelicans, hopefully. So, and of course, Herb Jones will be more locked in too on Luka Doncic. Like to see his rebound, his affair up against the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic, if we can get Herb to slow him down a bit, that would be a really big help for the squad as well. So having Josh Hart and Herb in the same lineup when we play him is always a positive thing. When we miss Josh tonight, his intensity and his energy, you can tell that much. But hopefully we'll have him back by Friday. So rubber match. We got Dallas Friday to get some payback on these people, and hopefully we can be able to get them where we need to. So let's get into that, DC. Same squad, man, but in different environment. Going to Dallas, they're 6-3 at home, man. Better affair all the way around is what I can say. I doubt they'll be able to shoot 6 to 8% on the goddamn Pelicans in the rubber match.
Man, we gotta do something different, Q. So I saw them. They were trying to help on Luka, and they would force the ball out of his hands, and that shit would turn the points every time, right? So what if we decide to make Luka a scorer and just don't let him facilitate? What if we just do something unconventional that they're not expecting? We know Luka wants to pass. He'll score too, but we know he won't pass. What if you just shut everybody else down? You think that could be effective? Because at this point, watching what I watched last night, there ain't no way we could roll out the same goddamn game plan that we had tonight, especially if Josh Hart's not playing. Josh Hart's playing, maybe you can do the same thing, see how it works. His impact will probably be greater than who did start Garrett Temple. So we got to try something unconventional with Luka. And yeah, Damian, you say, what the hell do the Mavs are always the thorn in our side? It's called Luka Doncic as of now, bro. that and the fact that they have shooters. So we haven't been a very good team for a while, guarding on the perimeter, obviously, just our defense, and they have a way of exploiting that. In my opinion, most teams that can move the ball around, kind of how the Mavericks do, what you see with the Suns and Utah, those teams tend to give us problems because our perimeter defense just ain't good. And when we start having to switch and do a lot of stuff what we're doing now, people not talking, guys are getting confused. It was a lot of defensive breakdowns. But looking at it, what if we just locked everybody else up and just allow Luka to go crazy? Like, I mean, he got 40, 50 points, but don't let nobody else do nothing. What do you think about that, Q?
Yeah, I mean, but that'll be tough to do. Luka's smart enough to know he can be able to get his shot when he chooses to. But I think a big part of his game is being smart enough to know how to shed offensive load, meaning he'll get Tim Hardaway involved. He'll draw the double team so he can get an open shot. And the Pelicans defense will have to be incredibly disciplined to take his team away while they allow him to do what you're saying, which is just to be that guy.
It's help on everybody else, but no help on Luka.
I mean, it's an interesting philosophy to let him score and then try to take his teammates away.
He's the natural point guard, man. He wants to get his team involved. So
yeah, that's
my
how
thinking
win.
is
That's
if
how
he
you
gotta
win.
consistently score and you're letting him score, even though not you don't let him score, but you're not like shifting the whole defense.
You're sending help to him.
Right, to where everything just collapses.
Mm-hmm.
You stay home, you pick and roll, you stay with your man. Like you allow him to go crazy to an extent. I mean, you're obviously gonna have a guy on him playing defense.
And the part of it too is that you gotta give him work on the defensive end as well. When we go offense and they go defense, you gotta attack them, go right at them.
I think we tried to do that. Devontae Graham kind of tried to do that.
Graham is another and that's the thing too, is that Devontae Graham makes good money. And right now we know Zion is not there. BI and you see big minutes from BI as he's the leader in scoring, followed by Big V, and of course you see guys like Graham is there, but Graham really needs. I want to see more offensive production from Graham tonight. His production tonight, and he was off tonight, but he's not. He's been kind of not had good production over the last several games. I mean, he had one of the other games he did okay, but Graham really needs that. And I think that's going to happen when the year turns over as he'll start to ascend a little bit. But yeah, I definitely think Graham needs to get his points up to that. I really want to see him up through that glass ceiling. I mean, we hovers around that 15, 16 mark. I want to see him get up into the 18s, man, and stay there and then climb from there. I want to see him have those games where he catches light and start banging out them threes and hit them 30-point games. And I'm waiting for that. Right. Really waiting for that. So, I mean, he's getting some shots. Some of the shots he's not knocking down. I won't say he's in a mini funk. But Graham is not is hovering around that 15, 16. I think he was single digits tonight. But yeah, Graham would definitely have to give him a little bit more offensive production, in my opinion. Especially with Zion being out. It's just got to happen. And like I said, it's interesting you're thinking about attacking Doncic like that, but his natural inclination is to get Hardaway and Kristaps Porzingis and all the rest of those guys involved.
That's what I'm saying. Like happen. If you what do you think the number one thing that he wants to do? And to me, it would be to facilitate. So if I could find a way to extremely disrupt that, it's gonna be hard to completely take it away.
It's easier said than done to do that with that
Hell
kid.
Yeah, but
because
we have to throw something different at him. We can't. What we did tonight, it ain't gonna work. And when I think about it, the times when I seen Luka play bad or people beat them, in a way, that's kind of what they did. Maybe not to the extreme of what I'm saying, but they didn't allow the other guys to beat him. Luka got to a point where he get frustrated and he was taking more shots than he normally would because maybe guys weren't making the shots, or he wasn't getting the openings he was used to. They was cutting off actions before they took place. But man, that little pick and roll action they got cute. This shit was just so embarrassing how they was murdering us. It was almost comical, bro. And this Herb, I know he fight over the screens, but it's just the way they do it and the way we were defending it. Like he can't defend that by himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like just at this point, okay, you either to figure out how to shut that down, or just give him that shot. Give him that shot and stay home on your people.
I mean, it's worth a try. I think it'd be incredible.
Luka hit some shots, but like,
yeah,
I'm not going to. Luka is a scorer to me more than he's like an assassin for his shooting. He's a scorer.
He can score.
He definitely
can score.
Definitely, he can score.
I think his best attribute.
But if you just make him like force him to shoot jump shots and let him shoot and all of that, I think shit, that's a win-win. And instead of him passing that bitch between his legs and they floating the pass ball around and hit a three in your eye, and then he doing this and you fake the ball behind his back and throw it up, nigga, dunking on you, alleys and shit. This is embarrassing. Man, let the man shoot or run in the lane sometimes and do his little
floater.
His little floater, bro, and live with that. We can't get embarrassed like how we got last night, bro.
Yeah, I think Willie gonna come up with something, man. We'll see how it is. They got a little time to work this thing out today, to figure out how they're gonna do it, man. It's tough, man. It's tough right now. We the Pelicans. My goodness, the inconsistencies are just maddening, man. It's like a highs and lows with the club. It's tough right now. Damon says, Big Q DC, I know it's early, but I see nothing different with this team compared to the previous coaches we had. It's the same outcome, bro. I'm tired of these slow starts. Explain to me, bros, 100%. Thank you, Damon, for your commentary, bro.
I don't know, Dame. Like the slow starts definitely very similar. It's almost identical. But I see a lot more energy and effort than I've ever seen from the two previous coaches and even Alvin Gentry on the defensive end. So I know that they can figure it out. Maybe we still lacking, my opinion, what we need is a rim protector to actually be that defense that Willie Green wants us to be. We was hoping Jackson Hayes could be that.
Jackson Hayes is our rim protector.
The parachuter?
He
gonna fly away from the rim, Q.
Yeah, DC, he just hit 3 for 3 the other night. He ready, right?
What he hit tonight?
I don't know. He wasn't hitting shit tonight. But that's what I was saying.
See, it's funny that you said Woody hit the other night, and I just was talking about a goddamn rim protector. I don't even care if we have a guy that can make shots. Protect the rim. Jackson Hayes he's not disciplined enough. He got the athletic ability, I think, but I don't think he got the IQ. He don't know how to do that. Because if he did, then Willie Green would have definitely played him tonight when he got tired of Willie Herman Gomez, because we were scoring, but we were just trading points.
Yeah,
so he took Herman Gomez out and he put Herb at center. We missing a rim protector. But back to Damien's question, I see a lot different with this team, brother. I see BI buying in a lot more on defense, even though Stan Van Gundy was preaching that all last year and just rubbing him the wrong way or whatever. Alvin Gentry never preached that, so I understand why he wasn't doing it when he first got here. I see multiple rotations. I see the coach actually trying to figure out things, and it's not like, game 58 before he doing that. It's early in the season, trying to figure out rotations. If guys ain't playing, he's giving other guys a chance the way a good coach would, the way you should. You know what I mean? If Eric Bledsoe would have said he wasn't paying attention on live TV with Willie Green would took his ass out like a coach should. So I see a lot of stuff different with this team, Damien, but the slow start and the disappointment is still the same. I give you that, brother.
Yeah, and that's something, man. When you have the two previous coaches of dysfunction, you got to fight through to build a perennial winner.
Horrible habits they didn't build.
That is key. And one of the things is carrying over the positive that happens from the previous game into the next game and building on it. That's how the proper method is done. That's how the progression is supposed to work. When you have success, you carry over the positive to the next game, and then of course you build on top of it, and that's how you start building these good habits. The problem is the Pelicans
B.I.
are,
did it.
well, he did do it, but
He didn't
I'm
do
not
a lot of
speaking.
dribbling tonight most of the times. And
True,
got
but
his
I'm
points
not just
efficiently.
speaking just from individual accolades or accomplishments. I'm talking overall as a team, because that's what it's going to take for you to win these games. The whole team needs to have this upward progression. But what you see is the team learns, and then it's baby steps back and forward. It's 2-game winning streak, and then we can't build on that. We can't get all that energy and that excitement to keep going and going and going. And you will take 2 steps forward, a step back, and that's the maddening part about the process. Is they're trying to see if the team can get it, and they're trying to wait this thing out with Zion Williamson as he gets closer and closer to whatever the time frame is for him to come back in their thinking. So I mean, it's just maddening, to be honest with you. Yeah, but this is a lot of bad habits we've been watching since the day. Listen, small things. Think about it like this: the Pelicans' field goal percentage. They weren't a good team shooting the free throw. Now they are up there in the top 10 in terms of shooting the free throw.
Top
So, I
10.
mean,
We number 2 in the league.
I know it's still a top 10 though, DC. It's still top 10, right?
It's top 2.
All right, it's this guy here. But what I'm saying is that you're among the very good in terms of what you're doing. The Pelicans were a shitty free throw team for many years, and that would kill them. But you see that small improvement. You do see small improvement defensively speaking, intensity wise. You're seeing a lot of gutty performances by a few players, and it catches on with the team. But the thing is the carryover effect. And like I said, a lot of bad dysfunction that they got to overcome. Man, the Pelicans, it's just a slow process, man. We anticipating it being a kind of a faster
It would be faster if you had Zion to alleviate a lot of stuff and make stuff easier. It would be way faster. But you don't have that.
Make
so,
the difference, right? But you're still supposed to be able to figure it out. I mean, you got Big V, you got guys that's supposed to hit shots.
We got enough.
And a lot of times the Pelicans is not because they don't have enough talent or with that. It's just players are not doing what they're supposed to do. They're not executing. They're having these, but like tonight, this game could have been a lot closer for the Pelicans had not been for the terrible defensive play. I mean, it was just now they were hitting 68%, but look at the game and tell me what a lot of of that not just was shooting, a lot of that was them getting to the cup easily. I mean, you got Jalen Brunson moving to the cup, Luka getting to the cup.
We don't know how to guard ball movement, Q. When they move that ball like hopping around the way we don't know what to do, bro.
But that's most teams though, DC. That's why I'm saying, like, if Willie got to fix that. That's a real that most good teams move the ball. They know how to circulate the ball for a smarter shot. That means that if you don't know how to guard the ball, listening to your commentary, you're gonna struggle against some of the best teams in the NBA. Which is, the Pelicans are losing to bottom feeders. We beat the Clippers with Paul George, but when Leonard comes back, can you beat him? So I mean, like I'm saying, we have to be able to figure this stuff out, and we still have a lot of time. The year hasn't turned over, and that's when I said, like, watching pro ball, you don't see things really start getting serious until that year turns over with. Everything from that, what is it, November and December, and then when that year turns over and then January starts, and then you're a month and a half from the All-Star break, that's when shit start really getting real with a lot of these teams. So a lot of these guys were able to get themselves in condition in terms of, figuring out things, and guys come back and we be able to have some rhythm with this one. But when that year change over, we're going to see what goes on, man, for real. But the Pelicans, man, somebody said it in the Pel chat, man, they are consistently inconsistent. And this is 100% Veritas, no doubt about it.
That is definitely true, man. The Pelicans have a way of pulling you up just to let you down a lot of times. But a lot of this, I think, is the byproduct, as me and Q will talk about, why you should have got rid of Alvin Gentry when you cleaned the whole building. Now we got to go through this process now, and we should have went through it. Like, you don't want to build bad habits. You know what I'm saying? You had all new players. You had a new conditioning staff, new front office, new everything. Why not just start fresh? Get a decent coach that can at least teach the fundamentals, even if he's not the coach of the future. You got a coach that can teach them the basics. We know Aaron Gentry gonna come with the drunken, run, score philosophy. So we created what we looking at now. We still trying to figure out the defensive thing because we went a whole season with these same guys that we got now, telling them to shoot the ball 10 seconds or less. Don't worry about we ain't practicing defense. We just get back. You run, you score, and you run back.
That's what he was saying. So that's why we was like, this guy's out of his damn mind, man.
Then you come with Stan Van Gundy. Stan Van Gundy is the complete opposite of Alvin Gentry in all the good and worst ways. Stan Van Gundy is only focused on defense. Stan Van Gundy, Alvin Gentry let you have all the fun you want. Stan Van Gundy don't want you to have no damn fun. So it's the complete opposite, and you pull them over here and you're trying to get them to focus on defense and defense this, defense that, defense. And we see with them coming into Willie Green, he's more balanced, both defense and offense. And we can play defense at times. We look good. How many games we had where we scored 120 points? I mean, we ain't had no Zion, but still, even without Zion under Alvin Gentry, it was high scoring offense. Now we struggle to get buckets. We'll string some defensive stops together, and we can't get no damn points. So they all over the place, man, with their process, and I just feel like they're the habits that they've built between going through 3 different coaches, and it's not going to all just be fixed in 20, 30 games. You know what I mean?
Brother Thomas is asking about the consistency thing, and also Brother Irv is saying that like I said, ask me about my hope in terms of time. He says, am I really confident the team is constructed with Zion is capable of anything inconsistency? I think they can be. I mean, remember a lot of what was going on in the Pelicans, and remember we talked about this in terms of football too. Like when you're dealing with what you see from the Saints, how Coach Payton's offense flows. It flows through his options, option 1, option 2, option 3. That's how his offense flows. It's the same with the Pelicans to a degree, where their top option is Zion, then BI, then Big V. So I mean, you got option 1, option 2, option 3. That's how it flows. So when your number 1 option is not there, you got to flow to the second and the third option, and who's giving you some success. And then guys that's underneath that have to elevate their standard of play to get there. Now, of course, some of these guys hadn't played before they got here. You got a brand new head coach, guy never coached before, so he has to implement a scheme in a place that hadn't been winning before. And usually when you come to places where they're not winning before, and this is not indicative of every environment, but in most cases, it takes some time for you to build a winning culture because they're so subconsciously used to losing. Like if it gets down in the crutch of the moments, they're almost subconsciously expected to lose
because it just always happens.
This always happens. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So at some levels, the coach is going to have to come in, and that's why you got a motivator mindset or a positive thinking coach like Willie Green, whose mind is strong enough and he's articulate enough to talk to his players about shifting that dynamic, that thinking from that negative self-fulfilling prophecy to a more positive one. That takes time. That's not an overnight process. So while I keep saying, okay, I keep throwing the time mechanism is because it's common sense to me. It's a lot of basketball to be played. The year hadn't turned over yet. Like I know when the year turned over, that's when shit started really be getting real. About the time when the year turned off, you get your best offensive option there, who's averaging 20-something points. You have him with BI and Big V. You have Graham there. Everybody gets into a role that they're really comfortable with, and Zion's appearance back into the team allows guys to go to the bench, which empowers the bench. So like I said, the positive in not having them there and you've seen all these injuries is that these young guys are getting the reps that they deserve so that we can have them deeper off into the season. You see what I'm saying? We still early on. So, I mean, like I said, it's always pluses where there are minuses. But the only way that it doesn't work is injuries keep affecting the top options of the team. And the team will have to be imaginative, and they're going to have to find ways to make up that production some kind of way, whether that's going out there, signing somebody, whatever they got to do. But I think ultimately they're in the waiting pattern to get Zion Williamson back and see how he gets in there. And I'm thinking they'll probably end up getting somebody off the bench to help somewhere down the line. But yes, I still think the Pelicans, with presently constructed and being healthy enough, they are good enough to get into the playoffs. I really do think that.
Well, we can't have selective amnesia either. I mean, it was only 2 short years ago where the Pelicans started off 6-22 and made the play-in. So I mean, this is not exactly uncharted territory for this team, nor the players on this team, because everybody when they were 6-22 and made the play-in, that was here. A lot of them guys are still here now. So I mean, it's in the West is actually a lot more jacked up this year, man. We're actually lucky right now because we only 6 games.
Most I don't agree with that.
We're only 6 games out to play.
Our young guys can't play. I don't totally disagree with you on that, Most. I think
Most say he was at the game too. I saw
yeah,
that earlier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say our young guys can't play. I mean, Jackson Hayes is super raw despite all the time he has. Still don't have the offensive skill set I want. Defensively speaking, he's supposed to be miles ahead of where he is right now. He's still got those impatient picks. He was doing it tonight again. He can't help he's impatient. He's young. He's impatient. He can't let it develop. He's quick to roll to that basket. He got a little alley-oop today.
Right.
But like I said, I mean, you've seen some improvement from some of these guys, but these young guys, how do you expect them to get better? It takes live game reps to get better. And these are first-round draft picks that if they don't succeed, the Pelicans fail. The Pelicans are counting on these first-round draft pick players to help the team win in currently and into the future. I mean, Zion Williamson is a part of it, and also the other guys, KLJ and NAW. These guys, and of course Trey Murphy. These guys are going to be Trey toward the latter, but these other guys are going to be counted on to help the Pelicans win games. I mean, I get you on the Jackson Hayes thing, but NAW, despite his maddening ways and his inconsistency, is still averaging 14 points a game for you. That's how could we spit at some shit like that? I mean, it ain't like he in single digits, 8 or 9. Do you realize
you gotta be
like
good to average 14
points
in the NBA,
points
man.
in the NBA?
I don't care if it's inefficient. It's still not easy.
Yeah, he's still. I mean, come on, that's 14 points. I mean, we can't like poo-poo that and like look over and say, well, he's bull crap or what have you. No, I can't get on that. Our young players, they can use some more seasoning, they can get better, but how are they supposed to get good if we don't play the guys? I mean, but like I said, NAW is 4th on the team. He averaging 14 points a game. He is. Look, let me put it up on the screen for you. Matter of fact, I'll go through all the young players. Let's start with NAW, the first-round draft pick. That's actually giving us something because Zion is hurt. NAW, a first-round draft pick, 17th pick, Bob Brooklyn for the Pelicans back in 2019 out of Virginia Tech, averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, and almost 3 assists contest. He had 12 tonight, but he was only 2 short of his average, which is 14 a night. So I mean, 14 points. That's right now. That's tied for what is it? 4th on the team on the Pelicans club. I mean, surely
it might be 5th. I think Devontae Graham might be higher. I think he's sunk down.
Right. No, I just seen it. I think he's behind Graham, who's averaging 14 straight up. Yeah, he tied with he tied up. Look at the statistic. Here it is right here. There it is. Ingram 21.4.
Come on, man. Most say 14 on 25 shots. Come on now, bro.
Bro, listen, man. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, listen. Graham averaging 14 points a game in 31 minutes. And of course, you look at NAW in 29 minutes, is averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, almost 3 assists a contest.
Now, if you add Zion's 27 points a game to that, you don't think this would be like a drastic difference? And then another thing I don't think people understand or think about with Zion. Do you realize Zion is going to count for like 10 free throws a game? Like deeper than the points, that's 10 fouls dished out to certain players. That means certain guys that are good might have to come out the game at certain times, making it easier for you. You also got the thing where trying to guard him will make other offensive players that normally, good on offense too, they might be tired trying to keep up with Zion as. You know what I mean? So him coming back with the team that we have now, I think changes a lot. You know what I mean? And our young guys, they got a lot of pressure on them right now.
They do.
You don't really have that what's the word I'm looking for, Q? You don't have that safety net in Zion. You know what I
No.
mean? It's easier to play when we have Zion. So the things you're seeing them struggle with right now, and we talking about how bad these guys are, and they can't do this right, and they can't do that, because they're not ready to be the focal point of offense. They're not. But you got Zion, B.I., Valanciunas out there, and Devontae Graham, and you're doing your rotations however you decide to do that. Man, don't think these young guys not gonna start playing better. They're gonna be with lesser competition out there. They might not have to play against starters.
You
know what
got
I'm
to
saying?
hit them. You
Or they'll
got
play
to
against guys that's a little more wore down than what
Irv,
you're
I hear
dealing
you.
with now.
You're right, DC. Irv, you're right. But listen, he got to hit the damn shot, bro. Don't he got to hit the shots to get the 14 point? I mean, it ain't like he could jack up the shots and still miss them. He got to hit the shot, bro.
Man, not taking 20 plus shots, man. Y'all
Come
exaggerate,
on.
bro.
Come on, fam.
Now he might have scored 14 on 14 shots, and that'd be a bad night for NAW. We can't exaggerate
But
that. Like you taking 20
but
shots to get the 14.
but I'm saying I get, but you don't have to. We don't have to. You don't have to go stat at NAW for whatever reason. I mean, KLJ and Jackson Hayes, they're not giving you very much consistently every night. So you're right on that point. But the one dude that is a first round draft pick, former first round draft pick, that's averaging 14 points a night. We still, you know what I'm saying? He's the only first round draft pick that's playing like that right now. Zion's not there. And listen, he's not a finished product by any stretch of the imagination. Kid's still learning to play, man. Only thing I'm showing you is that the kid is contributing. Now you see him out there playing defense. You see him out there gutting it out. His shot IQ has gotten better by my account because Willie was like, listen, you shoot this ball, you don't do what you're supposed to. I'm going to take you on up out of there. So, I mean, he is improving and it's incremental. But how are young guys supposed to improve, fam? How? If they don't get the reps on the court, the live court at the time to play, how are they supposed to improve? So I see what we seeing as a progression of NAW learning how to figure it out on the court. You see it going on live time. He really out there trying to do the effort. Willie trying to teach him. He got benched. He put his head down. They tell him, keep your head up, fight your way back on the court. It's all a learning process. So what I'm saying is, these guys are still progressing. They're trending more upward than they are downward. I'm talking about NAW. Jackson, I give you Jackson. He a paratrooper. No doubt about it. He a paratrooper. KLJ is gave some good production. But listen, these guys that have KLJ, you already know how I feel about him. He needs to be more aggressive. No doubt about it. When his mind's made up, nobody can stand in front of that fucking guy. You know that. But he doesn't play like that, and that's why he keep getting that frustration from the family members about why you like that, man. Why you don't have that attack, that dog mentality. He's a nice kid, too lackadaisical, not lackadaisical, but too smooth and calm. No, you need to shed that demeanor. Your team is losing. You need to be more on the attack. But like I said, Jackson Hayes is just a 7-foot guy that likes to run. Jackson is probably, he's nowhere near where he's supposed to be.
Why you didn't say the last part? He like to run and do what, Q?
Like to run and set impatient picks. That's what the hell he does. And you said, well, Q, he knocked down 3 threes up there. Let's see him consistently do that. He won't be able. He can't do that. That's no pressure for the moment for him to have done that. And the game is, once again, for Jackson Hayes, he needs to focus on the mid-range game. He needs to do that because nobody's guarding him from the mid-range. If he can consistently develop a mid-range shot, he would be really stellar because he would force him to come out after him and then he just run right past him for the dunk. So, I mean, he has to be able to add that portion to his game. Will he get that done? In time, if we positive, perhaps. But Billy Hernan-Gomez has that shot right now, and they need that production right now. So we'll see how it all goes. But remember, our first round draft picks are still works in progress, man, including Zion Williams.
And then looking at KLJ tonight, man, I'm not gonna lie. Now he has, I'll say over the last 5 games, he probably had one game that disappointed me, like where he reverted back to what he was doing. But tonight, that man went out there. As soon as he went out there, he hits a 35, 40-foot 3. Then after that, he takes somebody off the dribble, get to the hole, sneaks in, get a layup, you know what I'm saying? And then Willie took him out. He only played for like 4 minutes, and then he pulled him out. And he did that defensively. Yeah, still got to work on some stuff. But I thought he started to get a team a spark a little bit. And Willie took him out tonight. I wish he would have kind of left him in there, to be honest. Tonight, he had the aggression. He looked like he wanted to go out there and do something. And you see strides with these guys sometimes where they have it going, but they're young and still works in progress. Zion not out there. Like, it ain't gonna be perfect, you know what I mean? So, like, we don't complain about Herb. He went 1 for 8 tonight, but nobody ain't gonna complain about Herb because he played amazing on defense.
But it's certain players there are certain.
He still makes his mistakes. Is all I'm getting to.
He does,
but he earned the right to make his because he didn't give us so much.
Because he plays hard.
Exactly.
He plays hard. It don't matter. They won't get on Herb Williams if he scored 1 point and has 6 or 7 rebounds. They don't care about that.
Even when he don't score, it's like he's doing the right thing. He didn't score, but
it's certain players that are lightning rods for the family base. And NAW is one of them dudes. For whatever reason, they're saying, well, if you take 20-something shots, which is not the case, man, ain't taking 25 shots a night.
He took 18 shots and 21 shots in a game, and that probably only happened those 2 games.
And then it's the thing is, okay, if you're taking 25 shots, Q, and you're making 14 points, what to do? Not including the point that he got to hit the shots. Oh, he taking the shots, but you know what? He still got to hit the shots, don't he? Just because he's taking them is not a guarantee that he gonna make them. But we don't give him credit. When he miss them, they lambaste him. When he makes them, they lambaste him because he might take too many to get there. Now, most of the times he is taking the 3-point shot, don't fall for him like it wasn't tonight.
Yeah, he falling over the 3 too much.
He does because that's his inclination, but that's a part of the young players. That's why I keep telling everybody is that there are some bad habits, and that's what this coach is going to have to get him. Remember, Willie has been here for a limited amount of time, and this team is still trying to find out how to win together, and he's still trying to get his message conveyed, and he's still having difficulty getting everybody on the same page. But you see it in certain games, you see the efforts there, but then you don't see it. That's the inconsistency of players trying to, it's a give and get type of thing. It's very, very maddening. So you can imagine the patience of a guy like Willie Green if most of the family members out there is ready to trade their young players for somebody else. Then never mind that you got to take whoever you trade and bring them in here. And there's still a learning curve for that player to get here. So I'm saying, man,
just starting all over.
Yeah, you go, come on. I mean, let's figure out what they're doing here first is what I'm saying. It's still a lot of basketball.
We don't know what it looked like with Zion is my thing.
Like, you can't really make
a definite decision even on who to trade, when to trade without seeing how they play with Zion. Let's say some of these guys, they're just not playing good with Brandon Ingram and Valanciunas, but with Zion and where everything looked, stuff turn around for him. Are we still going to be saying trade him? You know what I mean? Or are we going to be riding with it?
I mean, once he started doing it, of course, this is going to disappear. And the people that saying it, well, they ain't going to say I was wrong about it. They're just going to melt in the background and say, hey, man, NAW, that's the man. He doing really well.
God damn, Kenny, come on, man. Kenny say, man, Q now. What do you say? NAW like a NOPD officer. Don't shoot, please don't shoot. I couldn't even get that shit out, bro. Come on, bro.
Man, y'all some hard dudes, man. Let me not make y'all mad. Damn. Damn. Herb said being young is not an impediment to being good. Herb came in ready day one to contribute. Yeah, I got you.
Herb is still not really ready. He still got stuff he got to do too.
I'm saying, but see that it's the grittiness of his defense, because I could put Herb's numbers up. And people say, well, Q Herb's not a scorer like one of the family members.
Right, we're going to make all type of excuses for it because but the effort and the energy, you know what I mean?
But
he still got work to do too.
He got work to do. But when he was taking them 3-point shots and clanging off those 3-point shots, who was lambasting them in a loss when Herb was shooting them goddamn 3-point shots several games ago and wasn't hit and was shooting them and banging them and clanging them. So, I mean, there was no real pushback off that because it's like I said, certain players are lightning rods for that type of attention. Now, NAW averaging 14 points. He tied with Graham on the team with 14. But damn if he do, damn if he don't.
Right.
Damn if he do. If he was under Q, he taking all these shots. He only averaging 8 points. Come on, Q. I'm like, man, come on. But the dude is still a young player that's still learning. Is his effort there? Is he trying? They can talk shit about him taking shots, but they can't talk shit about the man out there giving a full out effort, out there hustling and diving on the floor, out there playing defense. You don't see him cutting out on no plays. He might be his shot IQ me questionable on them both nights, but you can't talk about his effort. So that's what I'm saying. It's still these guys are young players. It's still a working artist. What I'm saying, man. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you most
And,
say, bro.
what that is-
Things. I hear you on that, bro. I'm with you on that.
Cool gotta know, right, too, man. Herb is an older player. We like to forget that. Like, we going off on Kyra and
2 of our last first round picks.
we going off on
Hayes
Kyra.
LJ.
And I'm all about calling them out when they ain't playing right, but you still gotta understand Kyra ain't number 20 years old. Just because Zion 20 and he's a phenom, that's not normal, man.
Herb
like
says
guys at
young
20
is not an impediment, man.
It's not, but being a point guard at 20, man, you're not gonna find too many point guards that rounded in the shape at 20 years old. I'm just saying, like, it's point guard is similar to quarterback in the NBA, and it's a hard position.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Learning.
And maybe Kyra not gonna be a superstar, you know what I mean? But they got a lot of guys that were all-stars or quality starters that had a rocky start and they had to learn, you know what I mean? The man learning 2 different systems, and he 20 years old. He's 19 last year, and I'm teaching him something totally different at 20.
Well, listen, this is the point is KLJ and Jackson Hayes, y'all right. They got work to do. KLJ simply needs to be more aggressive, and I don't know if that's something that could be taught. I think that's more of a mentality that he has to have. You have to have that mentality. He's too passive at times for me to have that amount of speed. It's almost like he got to build up frustration to have a good game. I'm pissed off enough. Let me go past this dude. Now and they're counting on him to produce right now. They need him to produce and give him something right now off the bench. You don't have to score 20 points a night, but as a bench, the Pelicans as a bench need guys to help them score, to help out the 5 starters. And KLJ is amongst that mix along with Satoransky and several others. Jackson Hayes,
he gave you 13 tonight, Q.
He gave you 13 tonight. Jackson Hayes, on the other hand, has already been supplanted by Billy Hernan Gomez because the Pelicans need production off the bench as previous stated.
That's right, Ego Trip. John Stockton, Steve Nash both rode the bench in the beginning of their career.
Now NAW averaging 14 points a game. A lot of the family members are saying, well, whatever, he's underperforming. If my thing is based on what you see from NAW dealing with Willie and I'm asking this to the family members, y'all tell me, how do y'all feel about NAW? Is he getting better? Is he trending upward, improving? It might be small, incremental. Is he going up? Put a thumb up in the chat if you believe that NAW is trending upwards. Put a thumbs up. If you think not, put a thumbs down. Or
you look better than last year.
Either one of them. One means thumbs up. If you don't have a thumb up on your phone or whatever you own, you can use 1 or 2. 1 or 2. You can put 1 for thumbs up or 2 for thumbs down or thumbs up or thumbs down logo. Let me know how you guys feel. Is he trending up? Even though it might be incremental. Do you see him? I'm just simply about NAW because we already on the same
I agree about Saddles, though, Kendall. Kendall says Saddles is a waste of a roster spot. He might be on something with that.
Thank you, Randolph. Randolph says he is. Thank you, Randolph. That. Roy says, I think NAW is getting better. All right, Trey. Thank you. Trey says very small, incremental, but he does.
Wait, hold up. Trap G, what is 3? Trap G didn't put a 3.
Bro, what is 3, bro? That's not an option, bro. What are you talking about? That's not an option, bro.
Nola baby Kevin to put a thumbs up.
What's up, fam?
Nola baby Kevin to put a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Man, what's going on?
What the hell that mean? You undecided? That's what that means. You just in between. That's what that is.
He's not getting worse.
Lavelle says no, he's not improving. Thank you, Lavelle. Josh in his bag says yes. James, thank you. James says 1. Ego Trip says 1. I still don't know what 3 is, fam. You got to hit me to that one.
Willie said 3 mean trash.
That's not an option. All right, Devin, thank you, bro. He says 1
Y'all
NAW is
crazy,
trash.
man.
Willie,
Y'all
everybody trash.
crazy.
Willie, everybody. Damn, Willie. All right, Kenneth says nope. He's thumbs down for him. Randolph says KLJ gives him thumbs down. All right, Darwin said thank you. Darwin says thumbs up. Cool guy to know says NAW shot selection right now is like Russ. Okay, Russ Westbrook. All right, Kevin says in the middle of the road. All right, Trap says is even. Okay, all right, thank you. So it's just right. Okay, I got you there. All right, 1. All right, thank you, fam, for that. And Willie, yeah, we know Willie. I pretty much could have guessed that one from Willie. Ego Trip
Irvin, you out your mind, dog. Irvin said, I actually think he has regressed. He seemed to be better last year of his potential was in this infancy. Well, come on, Irvin. What did you talk? Can you pull up his stats last year, Q? He said the man got worse.
I like I said, some people just don't like NAW, man. They just,
the dude was having turnovers left and right and everything last year. He ain't even turn the ball over like that this year. Now he takes some dumbass shots, but he's definitely gotten better. And we see some games where he didn't take no bad shots. And you know what y'all said?
I don't know.
I seen the game where NAW didn't take any bad shots. You know what everybody said? NAW need to be more aggressive. He ain't aggressive out there. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't score a lot of points.
That man
he ain't take no bad shots that game. And everybody said he need to shoot more. He need to be more aggressive.
Here's the statistics. Okay, 3 years worth. All right, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Here we go. All right, first year, you started 1 game, played 47, average almost 6 points a game.
This damn Willie, bro.
All
NAW
right.
is like a bad cow. Give a good bucket of milk and they kick it over.
Willie country, man.
Damn Willie.
Good bucket of milk and kick it over. That's it. All right, now here go the rest of them. All right, now he averaged 5 in his first year. He played in 47 games, started 1 second year. 46 games he played, started 13 of them, averaged 22 minutes a game, averaged 11 points a contest. So there you go. And he shot 42% from the field last year, 35% last year as well. In 13 games, he started 46 minutes, 22 minutes. Numbers go up a little bit here. So in 23 games this year, he starts 18 of those in 29 minutes. Okay, playing about 8 more minutes a night. His shooting is at 36.6. Well, it is field goal wise a little lesser than his first year, which is the smallest to total, the lessest that he's shot. And then of course 29, almost 30% is the figure for this year. It's a lot smaller than the rest of those years, but his averages up 14 points, which he's averaging more points per contest. His rebounds is up, his assists is up, and his free throw percentage is up. Now his 3-point percentage is down by about 4 points, and his field goals is down by about 4 or 5 points. But
last year, them 46 games, right? All them 46 games he played with Zion, right? So what does that look like this year with Zion? Like, we're not gonna skip over the fact, yeah, his percentages was up a little bit. He was more open. Let's be real, you know what I mean? And he probably wasn't trying to do as much as obviously, but I don't see him being better last year than he is this year. I see him being better this year, and that's why he getting more of an opportunity to play. Not only because Stan Van Gundy was an idiot, but he doesn't make the same boneheaded decisions that he was making under Stan Van Gundy. It's still a work in progress, but it's definitely gotten better. I mean, if you're watching the game and you don't see that, then I don't know what you're looking at.
All right. So, I mean, this is a mixed bag, like I said, with a lot of family members. KLJ got a lot of improvement to do, man, but I do think he is trending upward. I really do. I'm looking at his overall game, not just what he's producing. I see his defense. And like I showed you, his assists, his rebounds, all that stuff is up. He's playing, he's doing his thing, playing better on defense. The effort's there. But like I said, I think eventually he will sink into that role off the bench like that Jordan Clarkson. I do like that idea of him coming off the bench. I think he's better suited for that type of role. But that doesn't appear until Zion comes back. So I mean, a lot of things. The team makeup will change a little to a degree, but I also really do think that he is trending upward. I think he is trending. I can't say with a good conscience that I think NAW is getting worse or that he's falling or deteriorating. No, I don't see that. I think even as small incremental as it is, I do think there's some improvement there. Now, Jackson Hayes, on the other hand, that's a whole nother discussion. And KLJ is at the middle, like some games like tonight, you can see him flowing with it. But just imagine if he gave us tonight what he give you all the time. KLJ would be a godsend if he can be able to do that, what he do tonight every night. But he don't bring that every night. Some nights he just looks to disappear somewhere on the court and just collect an easy check.
Maybe I think Willie been doing this 4-minute thing, and then he take him out, and then he might play him for another 4 or 5 minutes. And I think it's working because I'm complaining about it.
Man, it's abbreviated. It's not a nickname, Willie. NAW is just the abbreviation for the man name, bro. That is. Come on, Willie. Come on,
man. Nobody ain't about to say to kill like Alexander Walker every time.
That ain't no nickname. That's like calling you WB3. I mean, that's not a nickname. That's your name abbreviated, man. Come on, Willie. NAW and KLJ is not nicknames, bro. They are abbreviations for their names. That's all it is. That's not like a Straight Jacket Jones. That's a nickname. No, that's abbreviation. So it's not a nickname, bro. See, how you gonna give up because they trash? I can hear Willie saying it. How you gonna give the man a name and he ain't earned it? He trash. It's abbreviated. You got to earn abbreviation,
right?
You got to earn that. WP3,
according to him.
Well, Willie think everybody's trash, bro.
But the other Willie, Coach Willie,
the positive one,
the positive, the one with all the love and not the hate.
Not the one that's always saying everybody's trash. Not that guy, right?
No, he don't call them out. He call them up.
See, that's the difference.
That Willie.
That's the difference.
He's been playing Kyra in like 4-minute increments, Q. And what I noticed is
Willie a tough coach, man. Willie Bibbins.
Willie don't even allow you to use your initials until you win it.
WB3 is a tough coach, boy. I tell you.
But with Kyra playing in the 4-minute burst, he seems to be more aggressive, Q. Like I said, we used to passive Kyra and what you call him super passive Kyra, right?
That's right.
But when he been playing him in these 4-minute bursts, man, go look at his points, man. He ain't playing a lot of minutes. And the dude been getting double-digit points at least 4 out of the last 5 games. I think one game he might got 9 points, but he probably only played 9 minutes. You know what I mean? So he's obviously starting to get more consistent, and that's why I'm talking about the Kyra hate.
The KLJ, I wasn't crazy.
It wasn't rich.
I agree with you. I wasn't really big on that pick, and it was a disaster.
I wanted your boy.
The coach ain't want him here.
Who went to Orlando. You remember Cole? I kept telling you about Cole, man.
Yeah, from North Carolina. Yeah,
I wanted him.
Yeah. But they went and got KLJ from. I was like, why?
We might have not even got Devontae Graham if we would have had him.
I don't know.
Maybe we still would have. Who knows?
But I think he plays with a lot more attitude than KLJ does, and that's a big part of the game. You got to have that attitude and that ability. You got to play with that type of mentality. He's too passive, man. And it takes him 2 or 3 games to build up enough aggression to give you that type of matchup. He needs to do that every night. And it's not like it's hard. It's easy for him. Listen, the degree of difficulty for him to do that, to get to the cup or find or collapse defenses, to find other shots or easier shots for teammates because of his speed. I mean, his speed, he's incredibly fast, and he's a difficult matchup for people trying to stand in front of him. He'll have 3 guards and he'll have a 3 guard or a small forward standing in front of him. You know you can beat that guy. And he'll have a straight pattern, a straight path to the basket and don't take it. He'll just pass out of it, go stand in the corner. Like, man, no, give me the ball. I'm gonna do this here. And Coach Willie trying to give him the minutes so he can shine and get better. But I know a lot of why you're seeing KLJ is because of David Griffin. That's his pick. David Griffin picked him. And listen, KLJ was put in the trick
You
bag.
think so right now? That's why you saying.
I got. Hold on.
Who he taking minutes from? Q, because
I'm saying
Sato
he ain't taking no minutes from nobody, DC, because Satoransky doesn't want to score the ball either. He just want to facilitate and he play a little bit of defense. But what I'm saying is KLJ, he needs to get more aggressive. They're trying to give him an opportunity to get that position. He doesn't. He just passes on. He's not aggressive as he's supposed to be. He'll look the pass out of it and go stand on the side like he's a sharpshooter. And I'm saying, no, dude, you got a small forward in front of you, some dude that's a 3-point shooter that don't have no defensive presence. And you mean to tell me you're not gonna take that guy to the basket, bro? For real? But like I said, but the thing about KLJ, the pick was a Griffin pick that he got KLJ here. And it was done very dysfunctionally because the coach didn't want him here. The coach said he didn't want it to have nothing to do with the draft process. So I'm picking players for you that you don't have no input on. That's total craziness. The coach has to be able to coach the guy up. So
the man said when they start talking about the draft, he start shaking, Q.
Well, that he shouldn't have gave that fool a job. If you gonna act like that, that should have gave. That was a strong indicator, right?
So Van Gundy, if we hire you, who would you draft?
Oh, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Nah, that ain't what he said, Q. He just started doing this shit in the interview.
Oh, and I would say, bro, I don't think you healthy enough to be a head coach in our job. We don't want you to die on the sideline. Are you seasoning right now? I mean, are you seasoning right now, coach? No, just give me a rock and roll. I'll be fine. Okay.
Whatever you did, I'm gonna make sure they build a fucking wall.
Yeah, he couldn't do that right. Couldn't do that right. But like I said, but KLJ, I wasn't crazy about the pick. But listen, what can I tell you, man? It's gonna take time, man. And like I said, the Pelicans is not working with a lot of money here, so they trying. And I said this. How many times y'all heard me say this? They're trying to get these first round draft picks that they put this capital in to pay off. They're trying to get them to contribute something to the success of the team currently. Like it or not, that's what the hell going on. That's why you don't see no veterans coming in the door to Isaiah Thomas, even cheap guys that they can go out and get that can come in and help them hotspot some things offensively. They're not doing that. They're trying to get the talent that they drafted to give something to the team offensively or defensively. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get something from these first round draft picks. And a few of them are not giving anything. I can't count Trey Murphy right now, but KLJs and the Jackson Hayes, NAWs and the Zion Williamsons, those guys are a big part of when success happens here, it has to happen with them in tow. It's not, they are a big part of this here. They might not be individually all a part of it, but as a group, they are a part of the success of the Pelicans. They have to contribute in a positive fashion for the team to have success. That's how the thing is constructed. Because, of course, they're looking at Zion coming down the line. They won't break Zion off. They broke off Big V. They broke off Brandon. They broke off Graham. So, I mean, Big V's next. They broke off Hart. They broke off Josh Hart. So where the money going to come from, fam? Now, you mentioned that I know about the big trade exception, all that bullshit. But the reality is the Pelicans are constructing. They're trying to get the most out of these first-round draft picks, like it or not. That's how the shit going, man. So we just have to see it, man. It's what it is. He said, y'all complain. Carlton says, I'm in the twilight zone. Y'all complain about Kira. The only one played decent off the bench lately. What the you know what? But that's the reality is I'm trying to get the family members that they're upset about all of the losing. And it's hard to tell family members that's losing, hey, bro, look, just be cool. We're going to get around to it. We got, it's a part of the process. They're not trying to hear that after 3 years of losing. So,
Cole try to say I'm making burner accounts and shit. My hands right here, right? Ain't time to type that,
setting
man.
fires with them bucket sandpaper hands.
No sandpaper tonight, dog.
No
sandpaper
tonight, them like
dog.
This. DC go like that.
No sandpaper tonight, dog. What you mean?
Do it again and stop talking.
I ain't had no lotion on the other night.
Stop talking and go ahead.
I had no lotion on the other night.
No, DC, you're going too
what
light.
You mean?
Put it by the mic.
I'm right here. I'm on the mic. What you want me to? I gotta put the camera on there for you. What you mean? I'm on the damn mic. What you want me to do that?
Good. All right,
like I do that, and everybody's hands gonna make noise doing that. Goddamn.
Don't have no sandpaper on them.
Goddamn.
Boy, DC hands. He had sandpaper on his hands the other night.
I work with my hands, bro. What can I say?
That boy,
They were
that
dry as hell the
sandpaper,
other night, boy.
man. That
I needed
boy
some
dropped.
lotion.
That boy put him in the ground that time.
I need
Earth
some
says
lotion.
Q, and that's why KLG need to be traded. Zion is on the clock. We need players who can be consistent to their potential. Jax has reached the plateau. We don't have a point guard to unlock his possible.
We trying to trade all of these cheap ass contracts. What do we expect to get back from trading Kyra? Like, it's my thing. Like, why we keep trying to?
Mo said,
We
look at
ain't
Mo
paying them
said,
shit.
DC. Mo said, I'm going to bed before you guys make me think we go win the NBA championship. Nobody gonna do that, Mose. We ain't doing that. Ain't what it
That'd
is.
be a ball-faced lie right there.
A WB3 says I used to be a passive.
Wait,
playing
no,
basketball.
that's Willie Bibbins the third. He ain't won shit. He can't use no acronyms, no initials. You got to say his whole name.
See, that's the only way I'm gonna get him to stop complaining. I'm gonna start calling him WB3. Says I used to be passive playing basketball, but once I realized what I could do with my body, I was dunking on cats and punished them on playground. It's all about confidence. I agree with you, WB3.
That's a good comment, Willie, man.
That's a great comment, WB3. And that's the thing, though, man. We realize it's about confidence.
Wait. Willie is actually speaking up for Kyra? Am I hearing this right?
Well, no, he's speaking in terms of you got to have confidence.
Well,
he said
another comment. I guess he said Tyra. I guess he meant Kyra. I like Tyra Lewis. That boy is mercury fast. He just don't have no confidence that he can get to the rim and score. He young. He'll grow out of it. I had the same problem, and I realized what I could do. All right, Willie. Okay, Willie got a soft spot for Kyra. All right.
Well, I mean, he ain't trash.
But he's actually right though, man. I mean, Kyra, if you go look at what he was doing in college and the talent that he got, like, I'm not ready to just give up on him, because I mean, you're not gonna get shit for him. Like, you're just giving him away. What are you gonna get? So you want me to trade Kyra? I heard somebody talking about Jeremy Lamb, so I'm gonna trade Kyra and Satoransky to get Jeremy Lamb.
No. Randolph says Kyra and picks plus Sato for Kimba Walker, and two.
Kimba Walker is they talking about
picks.
him being on the trade market.
Yeah, but how much is that? He got a big contract, don't he?
Nah, he making like $8 million a year.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be
he
bad.
Actually making less than Satoransky.
That actually is pretty positive. How
long is the contract? How old is Kimba though? I mean, Kimba definitely give us something now.
What, late 20s, early 30s? I know he can't be that.
Nah, he probably late 20s. Probably
29?
about 30, 31, 30 maybe.
Or late 20s, early 30s.
He can't be younger. He can't be younger than Dame. He might be older than Dame, so he gotta be about 31, maybe 32.
DC, we still talking the same thing. Late 20s, early 30s, bro. That's still the same realm of age.
I wouldn't give up Kyra. I'd give up Sato and somebody else. I wouldn't give up Kyra.
I don't know about
you drafted the man 13. I'm not just gonna get that away.
I'm saying though, the family, like, man,
I'm not giving away somebody I drafted that high for nothing. It got to be a sure thing. Kimba ain't really a sure thing to me. I mean, he'd have been traded from 3 different teams.
Yeah, the last year. Something wrong. What's going on where he can't make it with a Boston or the rest of these teams? What's going on with
that? Ain't about to put me in no better position. Like, I mean, I'm sure he could come off the bench and get buckets and play better than Satoransky.
Yeah.
Something is obviously wrong with Kimba. Like, something wrong.
But the family members feel like, I'll take Kimba anytime over Satoransky, because at least Kimba Walker gives buckets. He'll give you.
I ain't giving him Kyra to get Kimba though. That's just stupid.
Would you give up Cam? I'm never mind. All I can say about it at the end of the day is that a lot of family members pissed off with KLJ and your boy, man. I don't hear nobody saying trade. They looking for them yellow Najis. He don't make enough, I guess, right now. But KLJ is definitely somebody, man, that a lot of people are sore at. I mean, he didn't play much last year because Rocky Road didn't want to play him. He was too busy keeping Eric Bledsoe out there. But, I mean, this year, the kid, they're trying to figure a role for the kid, trying to give him every opportunity. But that's Grip's pick. He's going to die hard. So, I mean, like I said before, man, there's still a lot of basketball to be played, man. We're just changing over into the month of December. We've just changed into the month of December. It's still a lot of basketball left to be played in the NBA season, man. A lot of ball. So we'll see how it goes, man. Willie Green has to get these guys in shape. Zion is due on the docket. We're in December, sometime around, according to their reports, between middle of December, late December. Zion Williamson's supposed to get back in the
Right
rotation.
before
It's a big
Christmas, like I
plus.
said, dog.
So we'll see if that's all the truth, and if it spins, we'll see. Like my time frame is for him to really have any serious impact won't be until January of 2022, when NBA ball becomes real. Like you'll see a lot of these teams winning right now start falling out of the way. You're gonna see the real people start lining up. It happens every year, every damn year. We're looking at people like Cleveland. If you really think Cleveland gonna be there, we'll see. We'll see.
Man, Cleveland put it on somebody's ass tonight.
We'll see.
Blow them
DC.
out again tonight, bro.
Like I said, man. Like I said, we'll see if
They
they
beat
real deal when
Miami.
the time
That's
comes.
what it was. They beat Miami tonight
They missing some people.
by 25.
Are they missing some people, DC?
They missing Bam Adebayo.
That's a big part of what they do, DC. You know it, and I know it.
Nobody don't want to hear that we missing Zion. They got to win anyway.
Say all I could tell you is, bro, when Bam comes back,
stop making them excuses. Injuries is not a good excuse.
Well, you got that from me. But I'm saying, I'm keeping it real on the other side. I'm saying when he gets back, can they beat him with that guy? We'll see. Like I said, it happens every year. When teams come out of it, then teams fall away, teams emerge and jump on the scene. Like I said, it's still a lot of ball to be played, and the saga continues. Like Kevin says, the saga continues. This is what it is. Irvin says, Zion's not a magic bullet with this team. We would only be a 500 team with Zion. So I don't know, Irv. I don't know if I agree with you.
I don't know what will be with Zion because he ain't played never with this team.
I don't know about that, Irv. Zion is 20 plus points along with B.I., Big B, and Graham. I mean, you have Straight Jacket Jones.
You got a center that can hit 7 3-pointers in a game with Zion.
Come on, he never had that before.
Man.
He never had that before.
It might be special.
Like I said, never had that before. It's an interesting mix. Only time will tell, my friend.
All right, DC, stop the madness. He's not worth this draft position. Yes, he would be better than KLJ. Sometimes you have to be in the right place with the right coach, which we have. So I guess he's all for trading for Kimba and giving up Kyra. I guess that's what you speaking on, right?
Stop
my brother.
Making excuses, keeping KLJ.
I'm not making excuses as much as I just understand. I like point guards, Randolph, and you could go look down a long list of them. You have your generational guys that come out and be balling from day one. Yes, you do. But most point guards, they take a little while, bro. Point guards do not develop in a year all the time. Like, yeah, they'll be playing and they play through it, but they won't do a whole lot, man. It takes them a while to kind of get their game the way you expect it to be. So at least for point guards, I wouldn't give up on a point guard that he came in the league. He was like 18 or 19. 19, not 18. Dude came in the league, the youngest dude in the league. You know, he's just made 20 now. I wouldn't give up on him that fast. Like, you don't know what he's going to be. He might not be shit, but you don't know yet. So I wouldn't just give him away, is all I'm saying.
KLJ got to get going away.
Who the hell is Kevin White, Randolph? Kevin White. Who is Kevin White? You talking about the receiver who's for the Saints?
That's right. That's what he's calling.
Nah, man, you can't call him Kevin White, bro. Nah, I wouldn't do him that.
All right, fam. Well, listen, fam, that's gonna do it for the stream, man. We was only supposed to do like a 40-minute show on this matchup, and this one Pelicans get hammered by the Mavericks 139 and 107. But we have fun with it, man. And we have an interesting discussion. The family members are really intelligent. The flock is the truth, man. For real. The flock, you guys are awesome, man. You guys bring interesting. But you know what? It does make a hell of a difference, man, when we all together, because we can bounce ideas off of each other. And
I feel a lot better talk about it with the family.
Yes, it's therapy for all of this losing.
I was ready to burn all my Pelican shit tonight. I came on here talking with y'all. I feel a lot better.
DC was fighting. He didn't want to do the show tonight. He wanted to go sit up and eat plantains somewhere.
I ain't want to eat no plantains, but I ain't want to talk about this damn demolishing. I was not excited about this shit.
DC wanted to go eat plantains somewhere and be left alone. But I said, nah, DC, put them goddamn plantains down and that ginger beer And let's go on there.
Ginger beer. What the fuck?
So with that being
Ginger
said,
beer.
man, we're gonna holler at y'all.
Wow.
Listen, man, much love to the fam. We'll be back Friday.
Ginger beer?
Ginger beer. DC
Really?
be on that ginger beer.
Man, you be introducing me to all type of new Rastafari
Man,
shit.
stop making up stuff.
When you
man.
gonna send the plantain pudding over here, bro? I thought you was
Bro,
gonna
you
make
already
something.
got it. You made it.
No, I don't
already.
have it. You said you was gonna make some.
You already got it, DC.
Q, you made jerk chicken. It ain't nothing but one more step to make some plantain pudding.
Jerk chicken, curry chicken. I do it all, baby.
Well, make some jerk chicken and then make plantain
Tell 'em,
pudding as
Carlton.
the dessert.
See, DC trying to act all strange and shit.
I don't drink beer. I don't drink beer, Carlton, so I wouldn't know. Being real. That's
This
why I'm
man
like ginger
telling me-
beer.
so
I
you
ain't
never-
heard of that.
So you never had a red stripe before?
No. I had a Heineken.
You never drunk
I
beer
had
before?
a Corona
You never drunk
and
beer
a Bud
before?
Ice. I never say I never drunk it before.
You just said it.
I said I don't drink beer. I stopped drinking it. I never said I didn't drink it before.
This dude flipping the words. Just like he said,
Nah, I'm flipping
that
the
whole
word.
thing would be all right. Man, this little dude here, man, it's amazing. Anyway, man, with that being said, man, much
Yeah,
love
my
to
hat
y'all.
is in the front, Nola, baby. My hat is in the front, bro. We holding tight, man. Them 7 3-pointers keeping it up here. I'd have been ready to turn that shit around and did. We just did good against the Clippers.
All right, so with that being said, we're gonna get out on that one. Much love.
Oh,
to
it don't
the
have
fam.
alcohol in it?
I appreciate you. I appreciate
But
y'all.
that's how much I know.
You know.
I don't know nothing about ginger beer. Q know about all the Rastafari shit, y'all.
I know because I learned it from you.
You ain't learn that shit from me because I be shocked when you be telling me. Talking about you learned it from me.
All right,
You're
y'all.
teaching me some new shit.
All right, so with that being said, fam, we're gonna bounce out on that. Yeah, you damn right. I know all the Jamaican dishes. Damn right. I cook some.
Who's the real goddamn Rastafari, man?
You. Who? That's you. I eat the cuisine. DC. You live the life, brother. That's the big difference. That's the big difference. So with that being
what the
said,
hell is ginger beer? Me too, Colton. I was like, what the hell is ginger beer? They had to explain the shit to me, bro.
Let's explain that shit.
Apparently,
to you.
it's some beer that don't
yesterday.
have alcohol in it.
All right, so with that being said, we're gonna get on here. We're gonna do another show with DC, talk about all his favorite Jamaican dishes later. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Q cook
Please
all
feel
of them,
free.
y'all.
Please feel free. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button,
Hit
and
that
share the
thing.
show share the show links on your social media feed. Much love to y'all. We'll see y'all Thursday. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.